Hey guys, what's going on? Good morning, good morning. Welcome to our morning note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R. It is Wednesday, March 31st, 2021. Let's go ahead and talk about the market, shall we? Okay, so we are live. Thought we had a little bit of a connectivity issue, excuse me. Okay, so before we begin, make sure to click the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, turn on notifications, subscribe to our channel, like our videos. Really do appreciate it as always. Let's go ahead and talk about the markets. Dow futures down 12 points, NASDAQ futures up to 84 points, catching a nice bid, leading the way. S&P futures up are green, 0.17%. Russell 2000 futures above 2200. Bitcoin futures flash crash last night. Bitcoin actually hit 56,873 overnight on some fall and then bounced back with Goldman Sachs now offering Bitcoin to its clients. Light sweet crude futures down 0.48%. Gold futures bouncing back slightly. We put that chart up on the chart of the day yesterday on Instagram. If you're interested about gold and what we think about it, go ahead and take a look at our Instagram. That was one of the posts we posted regarding gold. Silver down 0.05%. Bond yields, I'll go and take a look here in a second. Copper futures up 0.65%. 11724 on the euro dollar, up 8 pips. The dollar yen is up 41 pips at 110.77. The VIX is down a quarter point, and the dollar index is down 0.04%. So that's where we are. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Let's go ahead and take a look at yields. Yields right now, 10-year yield is down 5 basis points at 1.721. Okay, so a couple of headlines. We'll go ahead and talk about it. Headlines today. Chewy soars on Q4 profit beat, and analysts are all bulled up. Another one, Chuck Schumer, who is the Senate Majority Leader, is pushing for national marijuana legalization in the Senate. New York will be passing cannabis legalization for the state. That is absolutely huge. Again, I've been saying it, cannabis, it is the future. The states will need to legalize it so they can get more tax revenue. Congratulations on New York on legalization. And again, more revenue for the state, less resources for jails or anything like that, or non-violent offenders who want to smoke. Congratulations to New York. Goldman Sachs, quote, "Our clients feel like we're sitting at the dawn of a new internet in some ways and are looking for ways to participate in Bitcoin." Goldman Sachs is now going to offer Bitcoin and to its clients. Another one here, Square climbs as KBW upgrades, seeing a huge long-term opportunity. Square stock gains 1.1% in pre-market trading after KBW analyst Stephen Koch upgrades the fintech to outperform for market reform, calling it a long-term winner within the underserved market, end quote, with its seller and Cash App ecosystems. Says it's, quote, hard to ignore huge long-term opportunity. Also points its title, Credit Karma, Tax Division, Square Financial Services that can help increase engagement and incremental growth. Again, we love the stock. It's one of our top 10 of 2021. Square is looking great. They are up pre-market. They were also price upgraded to outperform at KFI Brunet. I think that's KBW anyways, up to 250 price target. Let's see, ADP, private payroll, strongest jobs gains since September 2020. Very nice. Let me go ahead and get you that exact number. Private payrolls in March expanded to the fastest pace since September 2020 as anticipation of a strong economic rebound coupled with vaccination rates pushed companies to hire. Firms added 517,000 jobs, a healthy spike from 176,000 in February. Very, very cool. More people are getting back to work. The S&P boosts 2021 global GDP forecast growth to 5.5%. S&P says economic recovery looks to accelerate in mid-2021. And Apple upgraded to buy at UBS as Apple cars potentially worth, quote, at least $14 a share. So Apple was also a price upgraded by UBS from 115 to 142. Also, one more piece of data. This is from Carl Contini on CNBC. From this morning's consumer confidence data. Those who plan to buy a car/truck, highest since July. Plan to buy major appliance, highest since last February. And plan to buy a home, highest since survey began in 1967. Wow, that's pretty good stuff. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on to pre-market movers, and we'll answer some questions. So Sundial Growers up 2.63%. I see that thing every single day in front of the pre-market movers. Let's see, the Dow Jones, Apple up 1.5% pre-market, Boeing up 1.20% pre-market. We have calls on Boeing. Walgreens up 2.21%. Boeing also is, let me see if I can get that headline for you. This is from TweetDeck. I have the headline here. If I can search for it, from Boeing. I believe Alaska Air bought more planes from Boeing, if I can find it. Yeah, Alaska Air Group discloses amended agreement with Boeing to purchase an additional 23 737 MAX aircraft. Also today at 4:20 or 4:30, President Biden will be unveiling his infrastructure plan, $2.25 trillion in spending, 1.8 trillion in revenue raisers, largely corporate and global tax minimum tax, 400 billion in tax credits, 650 billion in infrastructure, roads, ports, bridges, 300 billion in electric grid, water, 300 billion in housing, 300 billion in manufacturing procurement, and 100 billion in home care. So that's where we are in regards to that. Again, it's just a plan that's being offered. Let's see if it does pass. So far, markets don't seem to be too worried about a tax increase right now. Anyways, Cisco pretty flat pre-market. So is Walt Disney. So is JP Morgan. Let's see here on an S&P, Tesla up 2%. As you know, yesterday they had the headline regarding their Gigafactory, adding assembly line for the semi truck, and they're also hiring more people for their batteries, for battery development. And AMD up 0.66%, Baidu up 1.73%, Facebook up 0.65%, Micron 0.76% to the upside, Microsoft up 0.41%. Lululemon also reported earnings yesterday. I own that stock. It's down about 2%. So I'll go ahead and chart it here in a second and see. I haven't read exactly the earnings report or listened to the call, but I'll take a look at it. All right, good morning. Let's take a look at it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. HD looks overextended. Think it dropped to 292 area might be imminent. Well, Home Depot is definitely taking advantage of this housing spike. But really, the number you're looking for is probably around 301. The 50-day moving average has been looking at really just support the past month. So again, you are seeing, I would say, if anything, the 50-day moving average right here about 301 on the 1 hour is probably your best bet to target if you're looking for a little more downside. Maybe you're looking for an opportunity to buy a stock, or maybe you're looking for puts. Again, Home Depot doesn't have a ton of volume, but 50-day moving average would probably be your best bet. I have Mara 45 calls for next week. Do you think we break that resistance? Let's take a look. Yeah, it's looking like it. I mean, Bitcoin, now we got Goldman Sachs looking at Bitcoin. It's very, very good to see. Again, I'm a long-term holder, of course. I think 45 for Mara next week isn't a bad deal. I think you can get a nice little pop today. Might get to 45 by tomorrow. But don't expect tons of volume with tomorrow being the day before Good Friday. Friday, the markets are closed. Looking at Boeing here, remember we have calls on Boeing. I have the 260s, and again I was looking at this wedge here, this breakout here, and I was waiting and waiting. Look at this, basically holding on to that trend, and finally broke above the 200. If we break 257.55, we should be golden. Still holding those. So let's see what we got. Look at NQ today. This is the Nasdaq futures. You can see this downward wedge. This is a bear flag. Break above the bear flag. Looks solid, but I would love to see the high of this wick here. If it does break this wick of 13,000. If it breaks 13,000, then my next target would be 13,200. I'd go long Nasdaq futures. S&P futures, again, really the only thing you can look for is all-time highs, 39.78, and we're above the 50-day moving average. Nasdaq being pumped is a positive for the S&P. Very, very solid. Again, we can get a re-rotation into tech today, as industrials may get a little bit of a pullback. So again, we'll take a look and see what we got. Maybe banks are probably a little slow today. But again, with the infrastructure announcement, industrials could benefit. We'll see what we get from there. Good morning, Carlos. You're calling BA. I had the 260 calls for this week. How do you find calls with over 10,000 volume so quickly? Very simple. Just go to Scan, Options Hacker here on Thinkorswim. Volume above 10,000, and you just scan it. There's no volume right now because the markets are not open, but that's the fastest way to do it. BKNG, I think you mean DKNG. So is it BKNG, Booking Holdings, or DraftKings? Just want to make sure. Nike, price to add. Let's take a look at Nike, the stock. I have an alert at $115. That's what I'd be buying more. IWM, let's take a look at it. IWM is right there, looking to break right above that 220 level. Let's break that. We should get a continuation. And now it is above the range, on the high of the range here. You can see above 217.91, but really the level we need is 219.60. If we break that, we could accelerate up. It's really looking like a bullish day today when I'm seeing the moving averages and everything breaking here. Apple leading the way. It's been nice to see Apple finally take participation in the market. Do we still have IWM calls? Thoughts on small caps? Yeah, small caps are moving. Again, looking like it does want to bounce a little bit. There's a big level right here at 220.95. It could break today. I'll place an alert. Let's see if we get continuation. That's really the key. Same thing with Boeing. Wait for that continuation. Finally got above the 200-day, which is what I wanted. Let's see. Gotcha. Yeah, I saw a good vol on the 45 calls for this week. More time. Crowd, SE, PLTR. Well, I don't own SE or Crowd, but PLTR I do. And PLTR, the level I have is right at 19.99. Thoughts on ABGO for growth and yield? Yeah, Broadcom is totally fine. 5G play, totally with it. Broadcom and Qualcomm are fine. Square is great. They're up pre-market. Again, they were price upgraded. To buy any kind of calls or anything, you still need a little more to get out of here, out of this little funk here. Maybe above 219.83. But if you really want to go ahead and confirm, you need about 226. Booking Holdings, right? Okay, yeah, Booking Holdings, long-term for travel. I think it's bullish as well. Again, sticker shock in price. You're talking around, these high price, not high price in terms of the price to earnings, but just sticker price of the stock. Yes, it's a little pricey, obviously, but Booking Holdings is one of the leaders in regards to travel, and it looks like it's bouncing off the 50-day moving average on the daily. You should be able to target 2,500 here. So again, I would say it's a solid buy as we're getting to reopening now. Granted, if we have any other strains of COVID, fingers crossed we don't, then the BKNG could get a little bit of a pullback, but it's a strong company. A lot of people love this name, and it's been very strong. You're welcome for this scan. Hey, Carlos, what about NIO? Looks nice on daily. NIO has been an absolute tough one to trade. Looking at the hourly, let's take a look at the daily together. Yeah, you can see that it's bouncing off that 200-day. Didn't really hit it, but right there. I could see you trying to target 45.47. I own the stock, but honestly, a break of right around 41.77. That little wedge here, you see the initial flush level here. This was about the 23rd of March. If we can recoup that, which we should, that'll be about the 200-day. Then we can start looking at calls. Maybe take a look at the 45 or 46s. But 41.78 needs to be broken. So that's what I would look for. It looks like a solid day today, guys. Honestly, love the fact that Apple is participating. Like I said, NASDAQ is pushing. Again, tomorrow is a regular day in the market, but it's the last day of the week due to Good Friday. But tomorrow is April. Seasonally wise, April is a strong month for the S&P and for stocks. So fingers crossed, again, hoping for a nice kind of get out of this little funk here this month. March has been absolutely brutal for all traders. And let's see if April we can get back on track, get to all-time highs, and keep the ball rolling. So let's see what we get, guys. Right now, the VIX is below 20. That's a really good sign. So let's keep at it. Let's see what we get. I'm ready for April, personally, and start fresh again. So have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you guys for the market recap in the afternoon on Instagram, IGTV. I'll catch you guys there. Also, Twitter. Make sure to follow us, G.A.R Capital. Market commentary, charts, information, all there during the market hours. We'll catch you then, guys. Cheers.